just in case. So I'm really excited to have you guys here tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started. My name is Cassie Howard, and I have a lot of my other friends here tonight that's going to be sharing their story, but I'm going to kind of give you a little insight of my story pretty quickly. I suffered with a lot of oh my gosh, I can't talk, abdominal pain for a really long time. And I just shrugged it off to that was, you know, my body and how I dealt with my body. And I was wrong on so many levels. But again, I didn't know what I didn't know until I passed out in my computer lab room and a friend pulled me aside and said, Cassie, that is not how you're supposed to be feeling. You should not be feeling that way at all at such a young age. That should not be happening. So she pushed me to go to the doctor. The doctor gave me, as you know, you've seen a doctor, you go in, they give you all these different options. And he said, we can give you all these different birth controls and whatever. I really think you have endometriosis. There's not a cure, but let's try all of these and we'll figure out which one works for your body. Or we can opt for surgery, and surgery work. I can actually find out if that's truly what it is. And so for me, I opted for the surgery. I really wanted to know. I actually found out I had stage 4 endometriosis. I had andionosis and PCOS. I had a lot of cysts, a bloody ovary, all kinds of things. So no wonder I was curled up in a ball in pain 90% of the time. But a lot of people didn't know because I wouldn't go out. Like, I was a silent sufferer. And so when I was in that kind of pain, I would try not to expose it and show that I was really hurting on the inside. And a lot of the times I looked 9 months pregnant. It was just bloating and all the things. Fast forward, didn't know with endometriosis, infertility was an issue. We were married for 7 years, but after surgery, you're more likely to get pregnant. And so after that surgery, we went ahead and started our family. We had our first daughter, and she just turned 10, which is insane. But my pain came back, and it came back stronger. So we had moved to Wichita, Kansas at that time. I found a new doctor. She gave me kind of the same results, but also a hysterectomy. She said, Cassie, if it's really that bad, I mean, looking at your records, you are going to eventually need a hysterectomy. And I just pushed it off. I said, let's do another surgery. Maybe you can get it all this time. So fast forward, y'all. This is what I love about Facebook memories. Was it yesterday or the day before? 7 years ago, I had that last surgery. 7 years ago. And I even had in the title, I pray that this is the last time I have to do this. I pray that this is going to be the one thing that helps me. But unfortunately, it wasn't. My pain came back right after we had our second daughter. My pain came back, and I tried everything to feel better. I started eating differently. I started working out as much as I could. I started doing what I thought I knew best, but I was wrong. But again, I didn't know what I didn't know. We're always learners, always learning, right? We're trying to learn new things. And so I started joining groups. I started doing all the things. I noticed a lot of those groups talked about this endo center in Atlanta. So I looked into it. I thought this was what maybe I've been praying for because my mother-in-law lives there. So I was connecting the dots, and I had my paperwork there ready, and God put like a spirit on me that just didn't sit right. And so I looked into it, and I found out that spirit was right. And a lot of people were coming out of that surgery center, and it's supposed to be the top doctors, like legit, think of like a cancer center, but for people like us. And they were coming out having issues right after. And so I knew that, okay, God, this little carrot you've been putting in my face for a really long time called plexus that I pushed aside because I really thought there's no way supplements are going to help my body. Probiotic, whatever you got, it's not going to help me. No doctor can touch me. Like, everything has not worked. Why would that work? But God did. He knew. And fast forward almost 5 years ago now, I have been on Plexus, and it has been transformational for my health. I have not had a ruptured cyst. I have not had to go to the minor ER. I have balanced my blood sugars and my gut in a way that my body needed. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight, is that you're going to see everybody's stories are so polar opposite than mine. But it's what our bodies need, and what is so wonderful about these products that get to that root of that issue. And so now I'm the mom, I have more energy, I am alive now than I ever have been before. And I'm so blessed by just products that work. And so I can't wait to pass the little tab on oh my gosh, I can't talk tonight, y'all. You know what I mean. Holy cow. What is it? Thank you. Y'all, it's been a homeschool day. Let's just be real. Okay, so I'm going to pass it on to Kristen, and she's, y'all are laughing. They know me. I'm going to pass it on to Kristen, and she's going to talk about our triplex and then kind of go into her and Paul's story. And it's a wonderful story. And I have it with me. So if you want me to showcase it while you're talking, I can do that too. So, all right, go for it, girl.
Okay. Perfect. Well, I'm super excited to get to talk about the triplex tonight because it is the gut health trifecta that Plexus offers. And it is so scientifically brilliant that I never get tired of learning about it. And I'm still learning about it. And I'm still experiencing the benefits that it has given me. So it's really, really awesome. So the first part of that is Slim. And this is our pink drink. And actually, there's obviously 3 products in it. It's Slim, Probio 5, and BioCleanse. But the first thing I'm going to talk about is Slim. There's 2 kinds. This first kind is Hunger Control. And it comes in that gorgeous box that Cassie was just holding up. Just got a fresh look, so they've really done a good job with that. But Hunger Control pink drink, or Slim, balances blood sugar. It helps keep you full longer. It literally turns your sugar and carb and unhealthy junk cravings upside down. Like, that was the thing, and it still is the thing that blows me away every single time I drink this drink. And in fact, I'm drinking it right now. It takes away sugar cravings for me, and almost everybody else I talk to experiences the same things. You just don't want that soda. You just don't want all that candy all day long. Ice cream for this guy, yeah. And there are sometimes he even will I don't want to drink a Slim because I really want that ice cream tonight. And he knows if he drinks the Slim, then he won't want the ice cream. It's that effective. But yeah, so it's an amazing blood sugar balancer, great for diabetics, pre-diabetics, anyone just looking to lose weight in a healthy way. Slim Hunger Control is the way to go. The other kind is Slim Microbiome, and it has the same blood sugar balancing effects, and the same less of the hunger control effects, but this has prebiotics in it to feed the good bacteria in your gut. So they're slightly different tastes, but they're both really delicious. They definitely handle any sweet craving that I have, and I have one heck of a sweet tooth, and I love sipping on these drinks. They're just amazing. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is Probio 5. So I'm holding up this little gem right here is a 1-2 punch, because not only are you putting good bacteria into your gut, which is what a probiotic does, Probio 5 takes it a step further and breaks down the hard shell of the candida yeast that has built up in your gut, dissolves it and puts it in a nice little bunch and ties it up with a nice little bow so that your body can rid itself of that, of those toxins and of that waste. So you're putting good into your body and helping your body rid itself and get rid of the bad stuff that is built up over the years. To help you get rid of all that stuff that Probio 5 just tied up with a nice little pretty bow is BioCleanse. And this is a gentle cleanse, you guys. It's not rough. You hear the word cleanse and it kind of makes you want to run the other direction. This is not that. This is something that continually, daily, regularly helps keep you clean and it's a magnesium supplement. Like, I used to pop magnesium pills like they were candy, but this definitely takes care of that. So these 3 together, you guys, it's a weed, feed, and feed your gut type situation. You're weeding out all the bad stuff. You're feeding the good bacteria. Weed, seed, feed. Weed, seed, feed. It works somewhere like that. But they work together, and it is the gut health trifecta, seriously. And gut health has so much to do with all kinds of issues that you cannot even imagine. Inflammation, autoimmune issues, migraines, the list, weight loss, the list just goes on. My experience with these products, as I kind of jump into my story real quick, has been one of zero energy and just pure exhaustion and not being able to get moving and make progress on my weight loss goals and baby weight loss, to an abundance of energy, to being able to literally outrun my kids. My kids get tired before I do. Like, didn't even know that was a thing. The other thing I didn't know was possible is waking up in the morning awake. Because for me, that was not a thing. I used to drink coffee all day long just to keep myself going because I thought that's what it took. I was tired from the moment I woke up until the moment I went to bed. And every 5 minutes in between, it was like, oh my gosh, is it time to go to bed yet? 8:30, I'm like telling this guy, I'm going to bed. We didn't have any time together in the evenings after we went to bed. It was no way to be very far from the best version of myself. So fast forward a year and a half, you guys, I have been consistent with these products and I have loved watching the change happen in me. It happened pretty quick. I saw less bloating right away. I saw some weight loss right away. But I saw that energy pick up real quick and it has maintained itself. And I just love every minute that I'm not exhausted and wiped out. I finally have the energy to be the mom that I want to be and the wife that I want to be. And it's just been the biggest blessing for that reason and for so many other reasons. I just feel better about myself. But the energy thing was the biggest thing for me. But Plexus is not just for women. And he's a perfect testimony to that because it has helped him. Like Cassie mentioned, we all have such different stories. He's one of those different stories. And it's just kind of amazing to hear it from a guy's perspective. So I'm going to pass it over to Paul and he can talk for a hot minute.
I appreciate that. And I love being on. I just love hearing everybody's stories. The testimonials are real. You know, what Kristen's talking about is just straight truth. It's amazing. The way I got into it is that she started it. And, you know, like we've done many, many things before, all kinds of supplements, protein, all these different things. Been down the doctor route. I mean, everybody has a lot of stories like that, right? We're no different. And she just came out and said, hey, do you mind if I do this? I said, that's great. You know, I'm all for you trying something. Didn't really hold out a whole lot of hope, right? Because really not a lot had worked. And we've been on the weight loss roller coaster for 10, 12 years, just, you know, put a lot of effort in, not really get a lot of results, kind of give up, get tired of it, slip, eat bad things, and just kind of go down that path and then try to restart. And so what was crazy is like within a couple of weeks, she comes out from her closet and she's wearing jeans she hadn't worn in like 10 years. And it was just amazing. That was the first time I'd ever seen something like that have that kind of an impact. Obviously, you know, her mental state she was in a great place, not only because of the weight loss, but I think like she was talking about, the product's really starting to help balance her body chemistry. And so I can, you know, I don't talk the technical side. I'm kind of the silly one in the group. And I just said to her, give it to me, whatever it is, just I'll hold out my hand. You tell me what I need to take and I'll do it. And within a couple of weeks, huge difference. I always tell everybody we were on a vacation when I started it. Immediately, I started splitting meals with her, right? We weren't eating the healthiest stuff, but we were splitting a cheeseburger. And I'd never in a million years thought I would be willing to split a cheeseburger. You could have never talked me into doing that before. I didn't even want it, and I'd eat half of it, and I'm like, man, I'm full. I'm literally full. So, you know, it started with that. A couple of weeks, I lost 5-10 pounds. I was playing softball. I was feeling better than I'd ever felt lighter. I think that's that inflammation and that bloating, and basically was able to get rid of that and made a huge difference, right? And then the side deal, it was actually a bigger factor for me. I was diagnosed with a blood disorder called hemochromatosis. Big word, but really all it means is that my blood produces too much iron for my body to handle. So kind of the opposite of anemia. And Kristen had done some research and heard that some other individuals on Plexus had seen a drop in their iron levels. And so it all kind of happened about the same time. I'd been doing this. Basically, I had to go in every 2 weeks and give a lot of blood, 2 pints of blood each time to try to regulate my blood levels. And so I'd been doing that for about a year in her Plexus. About 6 months goes by. I'd been doing regular blood tests every 2 weeks. And all of a sudden, I dropped below what was normal for iron levels. And I've stayed there for over a year. So I went from going every 2 weeks per the specialist to give a pint of blood minimum to I haven't done that it's probably been 8 months or more since I've had to give any blood. And even the doctors are like, we don't really understand, right? And what's really cool, and I'll just say this, there have been a couple doctors that know Plexus, and they're the ones that are like, oh yeah, I take Plexus as well. This stuff's awesome. And I'd never heard that from a medical doctor before to validate any kind of a supplement. So to have them validate, it was amazing. So anyway, it's amazing. I don't want to sit here and ramble on for 10 minutes or an hour because I could, but I would just say, now what I've done is I've started to get people involved, friends, family, anybody that I see that I think could really use the help. And I've kind of gotten to a point where I'm open to talk to them about it, and they're seeing the same types of results. Whether it's my mom, and like Kristen was saying, you know, we went over there and she had like 6 different bottles of different, you know, magnesium and this and that for her joints, and we've just slowly and actually consolidated the amount of pills she's taking a day, and so she's seeing a big difference there. And then again, for me, continuing the weight loss, I don't think Kristen said enough how awesome this stuff tastes. The pink drink and then the other swim stuff is phenomenal tasting. The protein shake's amazing too. All of it really is. So big difference, a lot less inflammation, a lot less issues. It truly is amazing. It's been a blessing for us. And it's helped our relationship balance that chemical level in our body. So appreciate you guys letting me talk to you about it and tell you my story.
Thank you guys. And that's what I love so much about this, is that you're going to see so many different things. And so I can't wait to pass it on to Rachel so that you can hear a little bit about her story and see what these products have done for her too.
Hey, thanks, Cassie. I'm so happy that you guys are all here to hear these stories. They're all so amazing and different, and I just love hearing them. No matter how many times I hear them, they're always great. So my story started in April 2019. Prior to that, I've been overweight my whole life. I've struggled and yo-yo dieted so much, and that's just really unhealthy to do. I had really bad anxiety. I would worry about everything, cry myself to sleep at night, like just worry about anything. If it was possibility, I worried about it. So my anxiety was pretty bad. I barely slept. I would just watch the clock tick by, and I literally had nights where I would just about feel tired enough to fall asleep, and the alarm would go off, and I would just be up all night. And so that resulted in having very low energy, like no energy at all. Like, you know, I have 2 nieces, I have a daughter, I have a family I want to do things with, and friends that I want to spend time with. And that's just really hard to do when you feel so bad with no energy. And so I knew I needed to do something, but I had heard about Plexus in this pink drink for years. And I always thought to myself, I really should do that, but I just never took the step to actually do it, you know? And so my friend Hannah, I don't know if she's still on here, but she started using Plexus, and I was like, you know what? I should just do it. I should just try it and see what happens. So I did that. April 2019, I started, and I started seeing results. About 2 months in, I noticed, like, you know what, what's happening right now in my life would have had me in bed crying. I would have been so stressed out and worried about this, and I just am not. Like, and that was huge for me. And I thought, you know, I told my mom, I said, if all Plexus does for me is help my anxiety and help me not to worry about everything, like, I'm a lifer, because that was life-changing for me. I mean, that was just really huge. And then I started noticing that I had energy, and I started working out. Like, I wanted to work out. I had the energy to work out. I would work out. I would go play tag with my nieces, my daughter. Like, I would just have the energy to do whatever I felt like I wanted to do. And that felt pretty great. My sleep, like, is completely different. My daughter actually gets upset with me because like, when I'm ready for bed, I am ready and I am out. And sometimes that is before my daughter is ready, just like Kristen was saying. And who would have thought that you would have been ready to go to bed before your kids? And my daughter wants to stay up all the time. This is a real struggle, you guys. So, but anyway, so my sleep was better. My anxiety was so much better. My energy was through the roof. And then I noticed that, like, hey, I've lost some weight here. And fast forward to now, I've lost just around 75 pounds. I started at a size 20, and now I'm at a size 12. And it feels amazing to finally get off that roller coaster. Like, that is just horrible, and you're just up and down all the time. And it feels great to be able to lose the weight, but not only lose it, to keep it off. So that is amazing. So I love these products. They've changed my life completely. My daughter takes the kids line, which is they have a multivitamin and a microbiome drink. She loves those. I recently started her on Probio 5 to help her start sleeping better at night. And I've definitely seen some improvement as a blessing. I am a single mom. I do work outside of the home a couple days a week. But to have the added income that I've recently started to see now is a huge blessing as a single mother, that I don't have all the stressors of, financial wise. And that is a huge deal too. And then the other aspect of this is to be able to talk to friends and family and to be able to share with them what you've done and what these products have done for you and the goals that you've reached, and to see them hop on board to try to reach their own health goals, and then to see them actually starting to reach their health goals. So it's a huge blessing to be able to share with friends and family and them get results for themselves as well. And I'm really excited because on here tonight is my friend Shamara. I've known Shamara for over 20 years. We're really good friends. And recently she has started on Plexus products. And I'm just really excited to hear what she has to say. She's been on the products, I think, for like a month. I'm pretty sure it's been a month, and she's already had such great results. So I'm really excited to pass the baton over to my friend Shamara.
Hi, everyone. I'm Shamara. I was getting sick and tired of where I was at. I was so frustrated with the weight gain, and it just seemed like I kept gaining weight. My friend, Rachel, had mentioned Plexus a couple of times, but I wasn't quite sure. Not long after that, her family stayed involved or started getting involved. I could physically see, the change in her and her family. I was going back and forth with the decision to join Plexus. Then I saw a video that said, never fear rejection, never fear a no, never fear failure. She also said, fear regret. I felt that down deep. I don't like to fail, but not failing is not even trying. You will get people who accept you. You will eventually get a yes. You will you will fail, but it is a part of learning and growing, and you will succeed. So keep trying and stay motivated. The only fear regret comment really got me to my core. Regret is something you can't change, and there is only more regret there. It made me want to try something new and made me believe that I can do this. I know that Plexus works. I am living proof. I've lost 13 pounds. Thank you, Plexus, and thank you, Rachel Ross.
Oh, I love it. And y'all, she just started, not that long ago. And I am so just in awe of already the transformation she is seeing. So I want you to know everybody's story is so different, and yours could be polar opposite too, but these products get to what you need. And that is the blessing of it. Our Triplex is our tried and true foundational product. That is those 3 core products that Kristen talked about. That pink drink balances your hormones and your blood sugars and everything. And, the pink drink, that's what that does. The probiotic, the BioCleanse. We have other amazing, great products. We really do, but we're not a catalog company. And that's what I love about our company. We only have a few products because we know exactly what we need to target and work on. So we have our Ease, which is another anti-inflammatory. So if you're somebody that is in chronic pain or chronically hurting, Ease was something that I added on later because my pain was horrible, but I got to the root of my issue first and then added on Ease, and I noticed less puffiness in my face and things like that. It's a great after workout as well. My dad has had multiple back surgeries. He loves his ease. He actually really loves his active too, because it's great for your heart and nitric oxide, things like that. The other thing is my dad has suffered with depression my whole life, like whole life, in and out of clinics, everything. And he takes our triplex and he loves it, and he hasn't had a down since. There is a wonderful product called Vital Biome that is clinically studied to help with stress and anxiety. We all know with our country and everything that's going on right now, that is in high off the roofs. I know you know somebody struggling with stress, anxiety, depression, and all of that. And we have an amazing product that's clinically studied to help for that. That is natural. That's the beauty of these. The side effects you're going to get is feeling better. The side effect you're going to get is feeling better. You're not going to have all the nasty side effects that I know that I got with prescription medications. I know that my dad got, and several other people that I know. So I don't know if you came on tonight just because a friend was like, girl, pop in real quick, or, hey, I just want you to hear. But we are so happy that you're here. I don't know if you're targeting or trying to figure out more about gut health, or you're just trying to figure out what plexus is. We are here to help you with that. So know after this call, because you came, you're going to get an amazing gift from the person that brought you tonight, where they're going to be offering you a discount. So know that is going to be passed on for you just coming and listening. Also know that we're here and we're going to be connecting with you. If you're like, oh my gosh, I really connected to Cassie's story or Rachel's story or whatever, that's the beauty of this company, is that we're all one and we're here together in this. So if you have questions, that is why we're here. But we are so grateful that you came. Thank you for allowing us to have 30 minutes of your time tonight. And I cannot wait to hopefully get to talk to you and maybe get to the root of your issue, and we can figure out what we can do for you. Thank you guys so much for coming, and we hope to see you soon. Bye.